Hey, what's up guys? Money in the Bank just went off the air, and here's my review of it. I want to say that overall I thought the pay-per-view was good. We had two Money in the Bank matches, SmackDown and Raw. And in my opinion, I think SmackDown totally tore the house down with their Money in the Bank match. In fact, it was the very first match on the card. And this match delivered in every way possible. Let's talk about a few of the highlights of that match. You had Kofi Kingston doing a boom drop off the top of the ladder onto Drew McIntyre through the Spanish announce table. That was really nice. Then we got to see the Big Show catch Dolph Ziggler in midair, do a chokeslam on him. Dolph Ziggler was on the top of the ladder. The Big Show pushed the ladder off. Dolph fell to the ground. Big Show caught him, gave him a chokeslam. It was very nice. The Big Show, he got dumped out onto the floor and everybody started piling ladders on him. I thought it was really nice. Kane did a really awesome job in this match. I was really surprised with all the big men in both Money in the Bank matches. Kane was dominating. He was just doing what he should be doing. And Kane actually does win this match. Kane wins the Money in the Bank. It was a big surprise to everybody, I'm sure, but I was really pleased with it. The match was 26 minutes long, a perfect amount of time, and the match was freaking great. Next we had the Divas Championship match. Eve and Alicia Fox. The crowd is chanting Daniel Bryan throughout the entire match, but the match was 6 minutes long, just okay. Alicia retains the title just like I predicted. Next we had the USO'S going up against the HART Dynasty. Now this match was good. What sucked about it is that it was only 6 minutes long. You had great teamwork from both teams, but it was only 6 minutes long. The HART Dynasty does retain the titles, but I do have to say the match was good. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Next we had the World Heavyweight Championship match. Jack Swagger going up against Rey Mysterio. I was bored throughout this whole match. Rey Mysterio doing the exact same thing he always does, with a few new moves in his repertoire, but for the most part it was just, to me it was like a snooze fest. I was kind of falling asleep to this match, to be quite honest. And the match was just okay. It was 11 minutes long. Rey Mysterio retains the title, just like I predicted. However, Kane comes down to the ring, cashes in his Money in the Bank, destroys Rey Mysterio, and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, talk about a mark out moment. It was awesome. The crowd was going nuts, and Kane is a champion once again. Question is now, how long is he going to hold this title? Yeah, let's hope that it's longer than a week. Next we have the WWE Women's match. Kelly against Layla. This match just sucked. Bad match. Layla retains, like I predicted. 4 minutes long, and it was bad. Next we had the Raw Money in the Bank match. Randy Orton, The Miz, Mark Henry, Ted DiBiase, John Morrison, Chris Jericho, Evan Bourne, and Edge. They gave 20 minutes for this match. The match was good. It was actually great. I still liked SmackDown better, but there was a few decent surprises in this match. The biggest surprise of this match was Mark Henry. I thought Mark Henry did really well in this match. He was in a nice little spot where you had two ladders set up in the middle of the ring. You had superstars on both ladders. Mark Henry comes up between the ladders and uses his brute strength and pushes them both over. I thought that was kind of cool. And then you had Mark Henry selling the hell out of some moves. He was on the outside. He got kicked by John Morrison. Then he walked into a code breaker by Chris Jericho. Then he turned around and got speared by Edge. He sold that spear fantastically. I thought it was great. However, the best part of this match was the fact that I predicted the winner. That's right. The Miz wins the Money in the Bank. I was happy as hell. I was like, wow, I actually predicted that right. Anyways, the match was pretty solid, but I just like SmackDown a little bit better. Now we are on to the World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Championship match decided in a steel cage. John Cena against Sheamus. Match was long, 22 minutes. I really dug the time that they gave to the match. The match was a little exciting, nothing too spectacular. John Cena, of course, showing his superhuman strength by carrying Sheamus on his back, literally, throughout most of the match. And Of course, Nexus decides to show up. They bring bolt cutters down, but the referee actually swipes them out of their hand and runs off with it. They try to get the key from the other ref. The ref acts like he's going to give it to him and then throws the key into the crowd. I hope nobody got their eye poked out by him doing that. See that John Cena's trying to get out of the cage, so they try to rush up there and keep him from getting out. They're distracting them, and while they're doing that, Sheamus climbs out on the other side of the cage, and the one-man rock band, Heath Slater, tries to stop him from getting out, but Sheamus is able to beat him down, and he's able to reach the floor before John Cena. So Sheamus is still the champion, just like I predicted. I dug it. I thought it was a good match. And overall, like I said, the pay-per-view was good. But with a few exceptions, the women matches were not that good. And I just wish the tag team title match had a little bit more time. It would have been nice to see at least 10, 12 minutes for that match. But overall, I can't complain. Well, I'm going to take that back real quick. These pay-per-views are usually 3 hours long, and this was just about 3 hours long. I'm not complaining about that. What I am going to complain about is the fact that they have to air literally every single bit of promo that happened within the last month before each match. I don't understand why they have to show you absolutely everything. To me, that takes away time that they could give to these matches. 96 minutes was devoted to wrestling, from the time the ref rang the bell until the time the 3 count was made. 96 minutes out of 3 hours. That's only an hour and a half. To me, that's a lot of wasted time. I understand entrances take a little bit of time. However, they do show an extremely large amount of promo, all the build-up, everything that happened on SmackDown or Raw since the last pay-per-view, and I think that's just ridiculous. But anyways, I still like the pay-per-view. This is Gold Izzy. Let me know what you thought of the pay-per-view. And that's it. Peace out.